2 days in a row, you guys are hammering me.
Justifiably so. You have like no concept of personal security when it comes to your online activities. So IoT devices are notoriously insecure. And we're going to be talking about the Mirai botnet. In fact, we're not going to be talking about the Mirai botnet very much at all. We're mostly going to be taking the Mickey out of Mike and his terrible sense of security. This is an interesting article to me because it's about a thing called the Mirai botnet, which is a piece of malware that targets IoT devices. And it's been around for a very long time, like till 2006 or something crazy. It's had a lot of different versions of it. And this latest one is targeting Linux servers and IoT devices. And to me, it's just a kind of an excuse to talk about IoT security because I know that Mike loves his convenience so much.
I have not met an IoT device I didn't love. Want to get it on my network.
Or a browser extension, apparently.
Or a browser extension.
Yeah.
And if the two talk to each other, it's over.
Browser extensions that control my IoTs, I'm in.
Genuinely surprised you don't have any browser extensions that connect to like your bed or something.
Yeah. Oh, I should look for that.
Oh,
I have them all on my phone apps. I have all the phone apps on.
Not surprised. Yeah,
I can control my lights, my air conditioner, my bed.
I'm also a fan of IoT. It's just, like I'd prefer shit that doesn't phone home every 5 seconds to China.
Well, it's not just that. So IoT security is so bad for so many reasons. So the IoT devices themselves are hard to update. Because you have to do like a firmware update, so you need an app or you need some kind of special way of updating them. It's difficult to keep them updated. They are very low resource, like they're cheap hardware and tiny. So adding anything on the device itself for kind of like threat protection, like a firewall or something like that, is going to increase the load on it. So you'd have to use more expensive components or whatever, or bigger bits, bigger chips. And even then, keeping those services up to date is hard because things like SSL certificate chains and different versions of TLS and just zero-day vulnerabilities are hard to keep these tiny little devices updated. So I think, and apparently they're predicted that this year there's going to be 14.4 billion IoT devices connected to the internet, which is 2 for every human on the planet. That's every 6-month-old baby and 90-year-old grandfather.
I was trying to do a kind of a quick inventory in my head as you were talking, and I'm guessing it's somewhere around a dozen in my house. But I don't have any trouble keeping them updated.
Really? I mean, there's
you just plug them in and forget about them. They take care of themselves. What's the
really?
It's no problem at all. What is your understanding?
I think perhaps our concept of updating them is maybe slightly different. Than...
So I think that if you have like a secure network at home and you're not port forwarding out,
I'm sure I definitely have that. How would I know?
But that like mitigates the effects of successfully exploited device, right? Are you saying secure network or segmented network?
You could do both. Both is actually even more ideal. I guess I said secure, but yeah, if you can take it a step further and VLAN these things and basically divide one IoT network completely isolated from the rest of your network, that's great too. Like that's the most ideal. That's how you should be doing it. But really, why IoT devices are so dangerous is because people are like, well, I want to connect to my IP camera when I'm on vacation.
Obviously.
And they fucking and they port forward instead of using something secure.
Yeah.
Behind a VPN that uses WireGuard.
Why else would you have the camera if you didn't want to view it from vacation?
I'm saying you can do this without exposing the camera and its default creds to the web.
Well, ours just uploads the videos to the web and we access it there, so I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. It's fine. What's the worst
just-
that can happen?
Look,
There's
if I
so
wanted
many
if I wanted to
terrible
watch a show to understand the risks about some of these things,
Yeah,
where would I go?
I don't know.
hackers,
What are you
the
asking?
net.
No, you're supposed to say this
The not
show.
so oh,
Oh, this
my
show.
God.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant TV show.
do
You
it. Do
should
as I
subscribe
say,
if you
not
want
as I
to keep up
do.
to date on the perils of IoT security.
Yeah,
join
we
Discord.
definitely we cover a
IoT
lot
security
of good
tips
stuff,
from Mike.
especially from Mike. Yep.
There was another cool thing I
just here to
saw
push the
recently, which was about a guy who there were these signs in the New York subway. They were like LED signs, and they were produced by a company that went out of business. And he kind of bought a couple of them. And he wanted to make them into like signs at home or something. And he found out that they're all internet connected, and the company that made them went bust. And he was able to register the domain of the company, and then all these signs started trying to connect to his service
Wow.
because I think that must be quite common. You know, some crappy little companies making an internet connected device goes out of business and lets the domain expire, but there's still tons of people using them. There's so many ways.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's very interesting.
Segmenting my home network is something that I know that I should do, have some interest in doing.
Heard of it?
Have heard of it, but it feels hard.
I mean, it's so many. Not hard.
I have so many IoT devices that I'd have to move over, though.
Not really. I'll tell you why. They're all Wi-Fi connected.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Make the other network the main device network.
Yeah.
That's it.
But then I have to move
IoT.
Then I have to move my computer.
Oh, God forbid.
Connected to a different Wi-Fi network. Oh my God.
Forget
terrifying.
It's too hard.
I give up.
Come on.
You could even use the built-in guest network on your shitty router. Like that's a form of segmentation. You can just isolate it behind the guest network. Then all your poor guests are going to get fucking hammered by Chinese
Mike is a
IP
lost
cameras.
cause. There's no point trying to give him any kind of advice.
No.
He's not going to take it.
No.
For any of our followers, if I have ruined your perception of me, just know I've been the marketing guy from the beginning. I'm only here to push the buttons.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't. So we knew that you were the marketing guy, but not like the TikTok convenience comp guy as well. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh man.